Today on the channel, we continue celebrating the best of 2024 with a brand new category this year. As today's video, we're counting down the top 5 wrestling box sets of 2024.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Best of 2024 Countdown video. In today's Top 5 video, we're doing a brand new Best of category for 2024 as we're counting down my top 5 wrestling box sets of the year. Now, box sets for wrestling used to be a very standard practice, especially in the Jakks days, but over the last decade, let's call it, a lot of box sets have went away. We occasionally get some every once in a while. Mattel would throw us like a basic box set, but we wouldn't get box sets like the glory days of the Jakks days, for instance. It's been a long time, but over the last 2 years, we've seen the rise of box sets once again, and a lot of that did go away with Toys R Us. I should mention that. That was one of the reasons box sets really went away. Don't have the retail space at a Walmart, Target. However, we've seen a lot of ones at Walmart, Target, and other places. So really the rise of the box set is back, and I've always enjoyed a box set, especially when I was a kid, be it wrestling or something else. There was always something special about getting many figures at one time in a set. So a lot of fun in the box set world. They're not for everybody. Sometimes they're more expensive. We do know that. But I really do like some of the box sets, and we're going to count down the 5 best in this very video. Now, a little asterisk there. For instance, the defining moments. How about those? I'll pick on that. That's not a box set. It is a box set, but it's individually packed figures inside of a box. Same thing with the Coliseum collection. You get 2 figures in a box. I'm not counting those as a box set. I guess you can do whatever you want. It could be your list. But for my list here, and what we're talking about in this video, is a pack with multiple figures in a box. You can see them. It's not separately carded stuff inside of a box. So I wanted to make that point clear right here at the top of this video. And of course, if you've never been here before, these top 5s, they're my list. So they're 100% right. But guess what? Your list, if you put it in the comments, could be 100% right as well. Start at number 5, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being the top box set of wrestling in 2024. So without further ado, let's kick it off at number 5. All right, we begin the countdown, of course, at number 5. For the number 5 selection, we go to our friends over there at Jazzwares. We go to the AEW Unrivaled collection for the AEW Amazon exclusive Champions box set. And a lot of times box sets over the years had themes. That's what the theme was of this one. So you get an Orange Cassidy figure, you get a Thunder Rosa, you get a Wardlow, and you do get an MJF here. Now, a very fun box set. Like I said earlier, you get 4 figures at once. Great if you're a kid getting just a shot in the arm to your action figure fed. But a very cool set that would look great autographed. That's one thing about these box sets. I'm not a huge autograph guy, but I do like the idea of being able to get all these autographed. I think it is something fun. It's an extra challenge on things like this. It makes that piece even more special. Now, AEW has been giving us a lot of box sets this year, and they really are going the Jakks route in a lot of ways, as we saw a lot of 2-pack Amazon exclusives. We even saw a 2-pack over there at Target. Now, you might ask, well, couldn't the battle packs, the main event packs from Mattel be a box set? Yes and no, they kind of are because you get 2 figures, but they aren't in a box. They don't come in a box, and that's what the AEW Jazzware stuff comes in boxes. MJF, Moxley, Target, it is a box. So, got to clarify it a little bit there, but this is a fun set, not going to be for everybody, as we do know. A lot of characters we've seen numerous times, so nothing too groundbreaking here, but if you're a belt collector, a box set collector, a fun one is this set available on Amazon, and it comes in at number 5. We've hit the number 4 spot in the countdown. In the number 4 selection, I do not have mint in box, mint on card quite yet. I'm playing a little bit of that patented long game for that one, as I will pick it up as it is starting to go to clearance, and a lot of people saying this is the peg warmer of the year or in a top 5 for them. They are definitely around my area, but you got to remember when you think peg warmers, things that sit on the pegs for years plus. This one's been around about a half a year at this point, and it will be off the shelves probably after the holidays, probably get clearance out and gone and moved out there. So it's a peg warmer, but it's one that's supposed to be there for 2 reset seasons. It should be on the shelf every single day, and let me tell you, it's on the shelf, and your mileage may vary how many are on the shelf. But number 4, you could probably guess it, Walmart exclusive Maivia family 3-pack. Of course, you got the High Chief Peter Maivia, the star of the set, if you ask me. You got The Rock, and then, of course, Rocky Johnson. Very cool pack. I like this pack a lot. I love the Peter Maivia figure. I'm a guy that likes figures of everybody, going way back when, so get a first time in the line. A great way to get this one out. Like I said, a lot of people turned off on the price point. We'll play a little long game. It is starting to go to clearance in some stores. We'll see where it goes. But I get it. People don't like seeing the same thing. Same thing you see with the AEW figures. They're like, oh, that Brody King's peg warming. Well, it's supposed to be there for a cycle. It's supposed to be on the shelf every single day, every single Walmart for a desired period is what it is. After that, it could be classified as a peg warmer. And a lot of that stuff does get clearanced out and moved off. So you got to remember the business hat in some of this stuff as well. And some people might say, why did they even put this set out? Because it doesn't sell. Well, I think it sold enough, I would say. I don't know if it lit the world on fire, but I felt it did do okay, at least in my area. And that's all I can talk about is the areas I travel. I do hear some people having just like 10, 15, 20 of them at their store. Most of my stores have 2, maybe 3 at most. So not crazy peg warmer like some of the other examples. But this isn't about peg warmers. This is about box sets, and a very fun box set celebrating the history of wrestling. Would love to see more of these. Too bad Dustin Rhodes isn't around. We could have got a Cody, Dusty, and Dustin pack. There's a lot of cool family packs that could be done, and I guess we'll keep our fingers crossed in the future for some more of those. But the Maivia family comes in at number 4. We've hit the halfway point in the countdown. You got your list together. Put it in the comments. Put it in order. That's the hard part. That is the fun part. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and maybe my other channel while you're at it, as we got videos every single day, but more importantly, a lot of best of 2024 videos to come over the next couple of months. So hopefully you're here on the ride. If the Western wear is here, you know we're doing a countdown, and that's what we're doing here today. But we're at number 3, and this is one I have loose but not on card, and I don't really feel for my collection I need this on card. But that being said, this is a very cool pack that was a year in the making. It was very nice to finally get this one. What are we talking about? Well, at number 3, it is the WWE Mattel LWO box set. Very cool to get a whole faction all at once. Now, this was a Mattel Creations exclusive that somehow ended up going to Ringside, also WWE Shop. So one of those things, why did they sit on my money for a year when I could have just ordered it on Ringside? You live, you learn, you throw away money and interest is what you do. But a very fun box set, much like that AEW one. Would be awesome to have everybody's signatures with different paint pens and stuff. Just a very cool box set of characters. Without that box set, maybe we wouldn't get in a regular Elite line. So that's one cool thing about some of these box sets. You put a heavy hitter like Rey Mysterio in there, and you can put some of the other ancillary characters. No offense, Santos, good friend of the channel. Not Santos, but yeah, it gets a way to get those characters out who maybe wouldn't get a character if it wasn't for that. So very, very fun set. Very cool packaging. Just all around good set. That's why it's coming in at number 3. Dangerously close to the top spot in the top 5 box sets of 2024. And here we are at number 2. And number 1, number 2, pretty close for me. But I could easily say this is 2, this is 1 when I sat and thought about it. Well, what came in at number 2? Well, this time we take a trip to Target. Yes, Target. We go way back to early 2024. And we got one. It's a 3-pack. It is celebrating 40 years of Hulkamania, with the Hulk Still Rules 3-pack. Now, maybe an asterisk on this, but I'm going to explain it. It does say 2023 on the packaging. I reviewed this on the channel on January 8th, and it did start hitting, and most people, I would say 99.9% of the people bought this in 2024. A couple of might have slipped out at the very end of 2023. However, it was so towards the end, it would have missed out on any top 5, top 10 list or anything. So maybe an asterisk on this one, but I am counting this as a 2024 box set because that is when the majority of the fan base did pick this one up, including myself. Like I said, I did the review on this January 8th. I probably got it January 7th is my guess. So Hulk Still Rules. What can you say? 40 years of Hulkamania. It's been a wild ride if there ever was one. Very, very nice set right here with the Hulkster. I'm not the biggest Hulkamaniac. You know me. I'm a Warrior guy through and through. However, this set here, Man, oh man, very, very cool. New skin tone, some new different looks, I guess twists on other looks we've had, and it is 40 years of Hulkamania, so it makes sense if there ever was one. Would look amazing like all of these to be autographed. Just absolutely do love this set here, and I had to buy one loose, had to get one mint on box as well. If I remember right, they had a sale, and I got this like 25% off or something. I said, you know, cool just to have. Maybe one day I'll get the Hulkster to sign this one. We'll see what ends up happening there. But Hulk Still Rules 3-pack coming in at number 2, which means, like a young Highlander, there can only be one. What is the number 1 box set of 2024? Stay tuned. We've hit the number 1 spot in the countdown. You got your list together? Put it in the comments down below. But now we're going back, and I'm going back on what I talked about at the top a little bit, because technically this set can be removed. You could sell these things separately. It is kind of like the defining moments, but I'm going to explain myself or try to convince myself it is different. What is number 1? Well, this time we go to Mattel, we go to WWE, we take a trip to Ringside Collectibles, and we use discount code Kyle to save 10% for the 3 Faces of Foley box set. And I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of autographs. Well, this is one I had to have. Of course, good pizza buddy Mick Foley and me from way back in the day had to have this in my collection autographed, waiting for a time, and thankfully, good brother, good friend of the channel, Tim Merritt, came across Mick Foley and got this signed for me. What a good brother out there. But an amazing, amazing set. I'm a huge Mick Foley fan, especially Cactus Jack going back to my early childhood. Love this set from the get-go. Now, personally, I would have liked to see a more traditional Cactus Jack. If we're going to do 3 Faces of Foley, let's do them in their most iconic looks. That wasn't the case. It is what it is, but it is still cool to get the 3 Faces of Foley here. Now, as I said, you could theoretically take each one of these out and have separate, but it is different than Defining Moments because it displays like a traditional box set, where the Defining Moments are just figures in a box. This actually displays with them open and stuff. I know it's semantics at the end of the day, but that's why it's my list, so there you go. But man, a beautiful, beautiful set, and like I said earlier, I'm not a big autograph guy, but a piece like this had to have autographed. I need to get a little protective case for it, I think is what I need to do as well. But a very, very fun one. And when I did the list here, I always do it once. Like Santa, like a young Santa, I do it once and I check it twice. This came out at number 1 both times. That Hulkster pack had a quick run, but didn't quite make it to number 1. That was set for Mick Foley and the 3 Faces of Foley as the number 1 box set of 2024. So once again, what is your number 1 box set? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bells, we got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon. You get early access to all these best ofs, all kinds of stuff. Both YouTube channels funnel to the Patreon. You get all the glamour shots. You get a lot of stuff over there. Check it out. Support the channel. You can even be a free member if you want to. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my sick dance moves over there on TikTok. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for the 3 Faces of Foley, I'm the 1 face of Kyle. And I'll see you guys all real soon.